Hey guys, welcome to PJ's Coin Capers. So today we're going to be doing a noodling session, but slightly differently. And so we've got some $1 rolls and 50-cent rolls, not too many. But the purpose of today's video is purely to go through these coins, probably a little bit slower than what we would normally. I don't expect to find great finds. I'll say that from the start. If we do, great. But I put a post on the Facebook group recently, just asking what type of videos people want from a new collector's point of view, and there's some really great suggestions, and I will work through a number of those. But I received an email which sort of kicked all this off, and part of one of the points that was made was people will say go through 50-cent rolls and they will pull aside all the commemorative coins and those kinds of things, and they will start to keep multiples of those coins. And then they will watch me going through some videos, and I'm putting them aside. I'm not keeping them. They're not special. And it really confuses people. So the point I wanted to do was maybe go through these a little bit slower and give a reason why I don't keep the coins I keep. So I think we'll start off with a 50-cent roll, and we'll see how we go with this one. We will zoom in a little bit closer. It was interesting. I actually had a look at some of my analytics during the week, and one thing I noticed was, well, it actually lets me know how people are watching my videos. Now, what I was interested to see was, like, I typically will watch YouTube on my phone, on my TV. So typically that's just the way I watch it. I like the big screen, but the majority of users who watch my videos actually watch it on their phones. So I thought, okay, we will. Well, we've got a nice keeper on the front straight away up, but I'll make sure that I video these videos in a way that is suitable for phone viewing, so nice and close up. All right, so this is a good way to start the video. Actually, we've got a keeper straight off, and this is a year 2001 Federation coin. Now, this is a Norfolk Island coin. Now, these coins are a lower mintage coin and great for making up sets. So that's why I like to keep these ones. Now, the mintage on this particular coin, and I'm just looking it up quickly while I'm speaking. Okay, the Norfolk Island one is around the 2 to 3 million. So I can't pinpoint it on my screen right now. Oh, there it is. 2.2 million. So it's a keeper for many reasons, because it is collectible, it is harder to find, and you can make a set out of each of the ones that you can find. This particular one here, now what is this one? I'll have to look it up. I don't know the name of this one. What's the year on that one? This one you wouldn't keep anyway because of the damage of it, but 2003. Now once you know it's still a beautiful coin, and if you find one that is suitable, keep a couple, but don't keep hundreds of them or too many of them. So it's certainly not going to be a lower mintage coin, but if you find them that you like, it's it's well worth hanging on to a couple. So 13.9 million on that one. Many of the dates we'll just quickly go through have a higher mintage. This particular commemorative is from 2005, and that has a mintage of 26.6 million. And same, if you find one that's in good condition that you like to add into your collection, it's well worth hanging on to. So the 1994, this is the family's coin. United Nations Year of the Family, 21.3 million. So plenty of those. So I class low mintage in relation to 50-cent coins at probably 3 million and lower, but then you get your really low ones as well. Did we do this one? 2005. This one here does have a cud on it, so there is another reason to keep these, and there are multiple cuds you can find on this particular coin. So this one here is a mintage, it's a high mintage, 26.6 million. But I will point out, I'll zoom in a little bit further. On the bottom of the robe, I do not have any little pointer. I'll try and point with my finger very close. Right there is a little cud, fairly common cud, and you will find other cuds sometimes on the tops of their heads and those kind of things. But if you do want to try and keep one, if you can find one in good condition. But in this case, it's not going to be one that I'm going to personally hang on to, because I have enough of those. 2008 is not another low mintage coin. The ones you're really looking for from a 50-cent point of view are the 1993 and the 1985 are the two. Is it the 85? I need to double check this. Definitely the 93 and yes, the 85. All right, this one's got a bit of damage on it. This is a 1980. Now you need to check these guys to see if there's any double bars, which I've spoken about many times on the channel. In this case, there's no double bars behind the emu's head. Same on the 79. Look behind the emu's head. If you see two little lines, they are potentially, you can keep a couple of those as well. 2004, there is a couple of varieties. Keep a lookout for that as well. 99, not another one that I'll keep. 84. 1980, we just check to see if there's any double bars. This one I think does have the double bar. Yes, it does. So I really wanted a pointer. I don't have a pointer. In behind the emu's head, I can't go any closer than that really, but you can just see those little lines. All right. So that becomes one of those sort of varieties you want to try and hold on to, and grab a couple of those and fill out your coin collection with each of the varieties. Okay. So 50-cent coins are great for that. You can just go through, have a look, and find lots of commemoratives. This particular one, now, we talked about the 2001 Federation coins. This is technically part of that, and we'll just scroll down and have a look at what the mintage is on that one. Now, I said the other ones, they have the state ones that are specifically based towards territories and states of Australia, have a mintage between the 2 to 3 million. This one has a mintage of 43.1 million. So that's why we skipped this one by as well. But if you like to make sets, find a nice one, put it with the other guys. All right, the 1982 Commonwealth Games. You can find these in really good condition, so don't settle for one like this. High mintage once again, fairly common coin to come across. 49.6 million, so almost 50 million of those are out in circulation. I feel like I found most of them. Yeah, 76 is another one. Let's go through a dollar roll. We'll do a nice shiny one on the top of this one. All right, let's see what we end up with a dollar point of view. All right, I'll just get myself ready. All right, let's start heading through these ones. All right, so 2002 Outback is another one that I don't hang on to. 2002. I'm just all I've got on my screen at the moment is purely just the Royal Australian Mint website with all the $1 and $2 coins, and I can just look them up and see exactly what the mintage is on these particular ones. I will do some further videos on mintages and where to find different sort of things, but in this one we'll just focus on what probably not to keep. All right, so this is the Outback coin, 35.4 million. occasionally you find these in really good condition, and I do keep those because they're great for making sets. All right, so what is that? 2016. The only really check out, well, on this particular coin, there are lots of different cards you can find. All right, so make sure you look around the kangaroos. This one here, 2010, is another one I don't hang on to vintage-wise. 12.6 million, so it's the Girl Guides. But if you find a nice shiny one, put it aside. Yeah, make a set. 2010 also has some nice cards you can find, but once again, it's not a low mintage coin with 16.7 million. The 99, this one here is another one, but you can find cards on this particular coin in between the little, I'm not sure if they're flames, but yeah, not a low mintage coin. Majority of the commemorative coins in the $1 range are all going to be higher mintage. So 29.3 million, sorry. Once again, there's another one. Sometimes you actually find slight rotations on that particular coin as well. The 84, our first $1 coin, really high mintage, 186 million. You can find rabbit ears on those. And the 85, you will sometimes find these dark rings around the outside of the 85. That's nothing, it just seems to be very common on the 85. So 96 million of those. Rare to find a rabbit ear. So if you find a rabbit ear on one of those, certainly keep it. 2009. You can find rabbit ears on the 2009 as well. Sorry, excuse me. This particular one is, I think, the Landcare, is it? 1993. You can find cuds in between, I suppose, the waves of the tree, but 18.2 million. And you can find some very nice examples of that particular coin if you hunt through. All right, this one here is the 1997. This one is a nice condition coin, and maybe one people might consider adding into their collection. So this one has a mintage of 24.4 million. There are two different coins you can find. One is not intended for circulation, and there is this one here that is the more common one, but this is probably one you could potentially add to a set. Okay, I'll keep it from a quality point of view, but not from a mintage or because I want it, but just purely as an example of a coin that is an older coin in better condition. All right, so we got the 2005. This one here, you can actually find a cud on the top of the man's hat. Okay, so this is a high mintage coin of 34.2 million. So we're certainly going through coins a bit slower, but I hope you're getting a bit of a feel for why I quickly go through coins and why I tend to hold on to them. We'll try and go a little bit quicker and hopefully get through. Yeah, I thought I saw a cud there. The Scouts coin, pretty much another one of those higher mintage, 17.2 million. I can't think of any errors with that particular one. But all right, so we got the Nullarbor plain coin, so the N coin from the Great Australian Coin Hunt 2022 coin. I do keep these at the moment. I'll keep a number of those, so that is something we don't know exactly what the mintage is, but we do know what the mintage is on the previous ones, and they're fairly low mintage, like well under what we would class as low mintage. There's just so many of them in great condition that everyone has in their collections from rolls. But if you're a little bit late to the game, you might be able to still get yourself a 2022 set fairly cheaply, or try and make your own set. That's just a fun way of going about it. So, all right, let's get through these. So the 69 was the first one of this particular shape. Before that, we had the, what did we have? The round one, which was the 50 cent with silver in it. Okay, so occasionally, very, very rarely, you can still find those 50 cent coins in circulation. All right, here's one we haven't had a look at today. I don't believe I'm aware of any errors you can find with this particular coin. So this is a 2002. Mintage wise, okay, 11.5, so a little bit lower for a commemorative, but there's a nicer example of the 82. Certainly you will find better ones than that. 2015, I don't think is a low one in any way. Let's just check it while we're able to. Yeah, just under 20 million of those. Always check for rotations on the 2010. It's not a keeper for any other reason other than the fact that you can find a rotated, and it's around that sort of 30 degrees or something like that rotation. We got a 2022. Unknown whether or not these are going to be special in any way, but for now I keep them purely because we don't know. All right, and then you can easily put them back into circulation at some stage. That was a 1971. The only 70s worth considering having a look at, in some ways, this is a 1973. So, which has a mintage of 4 million, which is still not what I would class as low mintage, but certainly lower for any of the 70s coins. Okay, the Charles and Dye coin from 1981. You can find some really good examples of these ones as well. I think a lot of people hoarded these back in the day and slowly released them into circulation. But this is actually a London minted 50 cent coin with a mintage of 20 million. All right. So yeah, once again, you can find those in really good condition. And this one, the other 2010 coin. And what does this celebrate? What's great? Australia Day. All right, so 2010, 11.4 million of this one. All right, so 22.2 million of the other 2010 coin. All right, let's get through one more roll for this video. Like I said, very different video, but I just wanted to highlight and try and help. There is, like, we have had so many new people come onto the PJ's Coin Capers Facebook group recently, which is absolutely awesome. And certainly from this channel's point of view, it's going great as well. And many new people are joining in the fun of this hobby. So, all right. Not seeing anything there. 2013 is one of those years that it's not a keeper generally, but if you can find a rabbit ear on the 2013, it'll certainly be one of those really special ones that if you like to collect rabbit ears, and I've gone over this many times, they're little cuds behind, usually the very top kangaroo, right behind is a little cud, and it sort of makes the ears look bigger, and so therefore people refer to them as a rabbit ear. All right, so here we go to 2014. Let's have a chat about these ones while we're here, because there are some lower mintage coins in this particular range of coins. These started from 2014 through to 2018. This is the 2014 one, which has the highest of mintages for these coins. Now, there are these ones. There's 21.9 million of this one. The 2015 is showing at 1.4 million. I'm not sure whether that's changed or not. Maybe it's always been around that. 1.4 million for the 2015. The 2016 is at 2.9 million. The 2017 version of this is at 1.9 million. And the 2018, which is when they finished them up, has a mintage of 2 million. So certainly the one to try and keep is the 2015, but you want to try and find one of each of them. All right, so to try and make that little set within your set. All right, so the 2011 Trogam coin, mintage wise 9.4 million. I'm not aware of any errors with that particular coin, but that doesn't mean there isn't one. So you need to just make sure you go through and are familiar with exactly what the coin should look like. And if you see something that is out of the ordinary, it's worth having a look at. All right. This one is post-mint damage. All right. This was another thing that people have been questioning. You know, if my rule of thumb with post-mint damage coins, this wouldn't have left the mint like this. It is worn. It has been bashed around. Who knows what's happened to it? But if you can do it in your own shed with a hammer, pretty much someone else will do that as well. So there's nothing special about this particular coin. Actually looks like it might have a slight little rotation to it, but alright guys, so we're going to finish this hunt very, very shortly. There's another 2014. So I don't think we're finding any other examples. What's this one here? Another 2014. So majority of the ones you're going to find are going to be 2014s of the 100 Years of Anzac coin. You can find occasionally some very, very nice 84s. So the 2007, what's this, the APEC 2007, 20.1 million. But once again, if you find a nice one, keep it. Alright guys, that is where we are going to wrap up this video for now. Thank you very much for watching. I'll try and do this a little bit more. We'll have a few different ones with different denominations. But for today, there's a couple of keepers, but purely this video is purely for educational purposes only, and for new collectors. Alright guys, thank you very much for watching, and bye for now.